Hi, my name is Dr. Stephanie Powers, and in this Microcredential, I'll be working with you and with your instructor as we look at designing research projects, how to do some basic statistics, so that we can then apply it to analyzing our research project, whether that's a survey or a focus group, an interview. And then we'll also transition to big data to look at what if we have very large databases, whether that is information that we've collected, part of our customer relationship management system, or our employee data, information about our operations and our processes. How do we analyze that data? How do we analyze data that's in the form of documents or text, geographical information that's longitude and latitude, or information that comes in the forms of images and video pictures? So we're going to be looking at how we analyze data so that we can make recommendations for whatever type of organization you are doing research for. Now, just a little bit about me. My name is Dr. Stephanie Powers. I have degrees in economics, finance, statistics. And over the last 20 years, I've taught statistics to students who are pursuing degrees in business and in psychology and in medicine and in dentistry. But my real passion is applying the statistics. And so the focus of these videos that you're going to be working through, it looks at first designing research projects. And so I like to build research projects. For example, I created an economic impact study that used secondary data, so already existing information, and primary data, doing focus groups, doing surveys, and putting that together to help an organization see what kind of impact it is that their organization has on the community, and in this case, in the province. As we collect data, we're going to need to look at what kind of data we are going to need and how that's going to inform the decisions within our organization. So I like to collect data, and that includes everything from building those surveys and moderating focus groups to designing information systems. For example, I helped build an information system for an investment firm so they could keep track of their clients and information about them, and then automate the processes to update them as to how their investments were doing. Now, as we collect our data, we will need to prepare our data for analysis. One of the things that I've done is I've helped a police department prepare their crime data for a national database. And so we'll talk about cleaning data, coding data, how to get it ready for the type of analysis that you want to do. And of course, anything that is data can be analyzed. And so that includes summarizing it in terms of charts and graphs. I love building graphic visuals. And that also means building things like forecasting models. And in my previous life, I was a forensic economist where I forecasted future earnings for individuals in personal injury and death cases. How much would that person have earned over their lifetime if there wasn't this event, so that that can inform the jury when they're making an award as to how much needs to be provided to that person that they could invest, and they could pull out that difference in earnings each year. Or for the family who lost someone, what would be the replacement value for some of those services that the individual provided to the household. My passion is about evaluating the effectiveness and efficiency of organizations. It doesn't just have to be about marketing or about producing goods or services, but all types of organizations, whether you are a nonprofit, whether you are in the field of health sciences, environmental sciences, right? You are trying to make sure that what you do has an impact and that it adds value. And so we're looking at how do we measure that we are adding that value and having that impact. So we'll talk in future videos about tools that are specific to organizations' operations, improving quality, making decisions about how much you do, capacity decisions. And so we'll talk about some different fields where we can apply specific statistical analysis tools that are specific to that field, including if we're doing clinical trials, if we're doing medical research, looking at quality of life and survival analysis. What kind of impact do these particular treatments have in terms of improving the outcomes for individuals? And then my passion is machine learning and AI and how we can use that to solve real world problems. For example, in the teaching environment, we're always looking at, are the students learning? So I've done studies that measure the effectiveness of teaching methods on students. Are they being engaged? Are they retaining the information? And that analysis can be inferential statistics, so we can do hypothesis testing and conduct statistical tests. We can also use machine learning methods like unsupervised machine learning methods like cluster analysis to identify cohorts or groups of students who have preferences on how they learn, and they have different methods that help them particularly in how they learn. So does it align between what engages you, what you enjoy, what you think is effective, and what is actually effective? And I like to create automated processes so that the analysis, the recommendations, the tools that I build can be handed over to those who are not computer coders, who are not statisticians, so they can carry on and continue to collect the data, analyze the data, and use it to make recommendations for their organizations. So my greatest passion is going to be handing over all this knowledge to you so that you can help others design research projects, collect and analyze data, and help make your organization and other organizations more effective and efficient. It's about helping organizations make informed decisions by collecting data and using data to make those decisions. Whether that data is a document, maybe it is some processes, some information from within your organization, maybe it's geographical data tracking movement of things, maybe it's surveys, maybe it is pictures and images, maybe it is things contained in databases, and much more. So throughout these videos, we're going to be analyzing all kinds of data for all kinds of disciplines and situations so that you can be the one who others come to help design research projects, do the analysis, and help your organizations make informed decisions.